When I was a kid, I was one of those student crossing guards in elementary school. I thought I was the man. I had like this kind of white ribbon thing with a gold badge, and I thought, I'm it. I'm the man. But the truth was, I was an elementary kid who actually had to get to school earlier than everyone else. I don't know if that was such a good thing. You see, as men, we often see ourselves as the master and commander of our own lives. But the reality may be very different. See, sometimes we have no control at all. How do we know if we're really the master commanders of our lives? How do we know if we're really taking care of business in our lives? Let's find out today. I saw a video recently of some water buffalo running in Africa, and there was this one that lions were attacking. And the bull of them came up, and instead of fighting the lions off, he just knocked that one buffalo down and just left him for the lions to eat. He didn't try to help him at all. He just kind of knocked him and kept going because that was his instinct. You know, we're not like animals, are we? Why is that? Well, as humans, we have autonomy. See, that's the thing that gives us the ability to be the master commander of our lives. If we lose our autonomy as men, we won't have any control. Now, a lot of people say, well, what is personal autonomy? Well, personal autonomy is when you have the power or right to govern yourself. When you can tell yourself yes, tell yourself no, when you can control yourself, that's what autonomy is. And I'm afraid today a lot of men are losing their autonomy. Autonomy for us as men is when we have the right to govern ourselves. You see, our autonomy is when you can tell yourself no. Autonomy is projecting the best choice and making it every time. The first thing we want to talk about is how autonomy is when you can tell yourself no. Can you tell yourself no? Well, I have a weakness for kitchen stuff. I love to cook, and I love buying kitchen gadgets and tools and new things, but I've got to be careful because I can spend some serious money on kitchen stuff because I don't want just the little regular stuff. I want the expensive bougie stuff. It's what I want. So what do you do to tell yourself no? You see, as men, we have to know how to tell ourselves no because sometimes we're going to want something or want to do something, but it's not the best thing. You see, it's how we live our priorities out. When you prioritize your life, you're telling yourself no to certain things. Like if you're married and let's say you're out of town on a business trip and maybe you're feeling a little lonely and another woman comes in and propositions you and says she'll spend the night with you. You see, that moment you may feel like, hey, this would be fun. No one will know. But autonomy kicks in when you think about, well, what's going to happen to my most important relationship with my wife? What's going to happen to the intimacy? And you're going to not do what feels good in the moment because you're picking your priority. That's what autonomy does. And you're a powerful man when you can live with autonomy. If you can't tell yourself no, you'll never achieve all that you could do in your life as a man. One of the things I like to do is help men with their appetites. It's part of them learning how to be autonomous. I have a 4A assessment that you can click the link below and find out about, and it'll show you where you're at with your appetites and if you control them or if they control you. Check it out. All right, the second thing about autonomy is projecting the best choice and then making it. You see, if you want to be the master and commander of your life, you've got to have autonomy. And autonomy is being able to look ahead and project the best choice, then coming back to right now and making it. And it's making it no matter how you feel. Like we talked about earlier, the example of the businessman. He thinks about his wife. He thinks about the relationship and how if this is my priority, I don't want to sleep with this woman. If my kids are my priority, I don't want to destroy my marriage. And one night could destroy everything. And what you want to do is learn how to say yes to your priorities and no to maybe your feelings in a moment. Because in the moment, you'll feel a lot of things. But when you have autonomy, you pick what's the priority. A lot of men do this in other areas. Like sometimes men carry hurts in their life, and those hurts actually drive them today. Maybe they weren't raised right or they were bullied as a kid. And so they live now to justify or to show everybody I can do it, or they're hiding their hurts from everybody. Maybe a parent or a bully was mean to them, but now that person still controls them because the man is not living an autonomous life. He's letting what they did to him control his choices now. You see, old hurts shouldn't drive you today. If you're still living based on old hurts, then you're not in control. They are. Those old hurts shouldn't control you today. You should learn how to deal with them, how to get rid of them, and how to move ahead. That's what being an autonomous man is. Don't let old hurts, don't let old wounds hurt you and keep you from being all that you could be. A lot of guys today who act like they have all this power and they have all this stuff, the guys who try to show off their success, they're usually trying to fill that void of not having autonomy in their life. They don't really control their life, so they're trying to prove themselves to others. And what you have to do as a man is you have to say, okay, what are my priorities? What can I do to get there? When you have to prove you're powerful, you're not that powerful. You see, bullies are men who are always trying to prove their autonomy. What you want to do as a man is know that you're autonomous. When I meet men who are very powerful, who are super, like I've met guys who are SEALs and all kinds of things. They're powerful men. They could kill me in an instant. They usually never try to show off their power. Why? Because they know they're powerful. They have a confidence. They're not cocky. They're confident. And that's what you want in your life. And your choices as a man, they strengthen your autonomy. So when you make the right choice, it's easier to make the right choice the next time and the next time. And as you do that, your confidence grows and you'll be a better man. Do you have autonomy in your life? You may have areas that you struggle with. You know, the truth is, every man does. But what you want to do is not be afraid to maybe get some help. What I would encourage you to do is to find some men to meet with. Find some men that you guys can get around each other and encourage each other to live a better life together. A lot of men are trying to live their life alone. They're trying to be autonomous alone. But you see, your autonomy grows stronger when you have a band of brothers. You see, men, we're stronger together. And when you get around some guys who can encourage you and you can encourage and you can challenge each other, you'll actually become more autonomous in your life. Relationships with men will strengthen you, and those brothers can help you be a better you. Find some men to connect with today.